be welcome, and on behalf of the occupiers of Parliament, the road blockers of Westminster Bridge, solidarity. I'd like to begin by talking about the Bromley Unite campaign. In April of this year, Bromley Unite went on strike over the abolition of trade union facilitation time and the privatisation of services. And the strike actions continued for 4 months. Now, I live in Bromley, and as part of Bromley DPAC, and as a local resident, I've been on the picket lines with my fellow Unite brothers and sisters. I've seen the workers lay down in front of the passenger transport buses to stop the buses moving out of the depot, have linked arms around our local libraries and sung anti-austerity songs as we stop people from crossing a picket line. What we've shown in Bromley is that grassroots campaigners and trade union activists can work together side by side in a fight against privatisation, against our services and jobs. And just recently we came together to stop the eviction of a disabled man and his disabled daughter from being evicted from their home. That is solidarity in action. We're working together, united on common goals, with one objective: to get rid of the Tories and stop privatisation of the services. And I promise you this, that on the 2nd of November, as the third reading of the anti-trade union bill is heard, DPAC will be out on the streets with you in protest against this bill. We are with you in your struggle for the trade union rights. Now, DPAC fully believe that our rights are your rights and your rights are our rights. And many disabled people are trade union members. And we fully believe in campaigning together in solidarity with the unions who are on strike. We've been out there on Hands Off London Transport, fast food workers, privatisation of the public gallery, and we say to Candy Upwin today, what a bloody brilliant campaign. Congratulations on being reinstated, that's what needs to be done. All the privatisation of services have had a negative impact on disabled people's right to work, the 0 hours contracts and access to services. And we say today enough is enough. We must stop the privatisation of our services, throw out this punitive anti-trade union bill, but most importantly of all, we must build our trade unions and our campaigns in our communities, build the resistance against the Tories in our towns and cities, unite the trade union and grassroots campaigns together, find common ground and ways to work together. Unite, fight, and let's kick some Tory ass! On the 20th of June, when direct action was called for after the biggest People's Assembly in London for a while, 4 days later, DPAC went into Parliament for the fight for independent living and disrupted PM's questions and occupied the lobby area of Parliament for over an hour that day. In fact, the BBC at long last was more interested in our action and disrupted filming PMQs, and we were a hair's breadth from getting into the House of Commons chamber that day. We came outside in a rolling roadblock. We blocked the streets of London from Parliament to Downing Street, and a few weeks later we went out on the streets again for our Balls to the Budget event with a 23-metre long banner. We blocked Westminster Bridge for over 2 hours in a response to George Osborne's budget. And 4 of our members were arrested that day. And one of our sayings now is, if you want a bus held up in an emergency, call on DPAC. We will be back out on the streets again in our action called Balls to the Tory Conference. And IDS has said he will sue anyone who uses the term IDS murders. Well, that is our hashtag for the action. So IDS, you are a murderer! And when he said that non-disabled people are normal, and implying that disabled people are not, here's DPAC's response. Thanks to normal IDS, and to David Cameron, and to the Tory government, your attack on trade union rights are abnormal. Your attack on public services are abnormal. Your attack on workers' rights and conditions and public services are abnormal. Your attack on disabled people are abnormal. Simply put, Mr Cameron, being a Tory is bloody abnormal. We want rid of you and austerity. Now I'll end with a great cry given to me in London a few months ago. The Tory government look pretty big when they're on their knees. So let's all rise. We must find ways to put our political differences aside, find common ground and ways to work together. Unite, fight and hit the Tories back. Together we can build a strong resistance movement. Together we can win. And together we can get the Tories out. So let's go and kick some Tory ass, shall we? And